Hello, y'all. Welcome to my channel. Got some notes today for that ass. Okay, so I named the title of this live story time, right? So my son came home today, telling me how his day was and everything, and he had this comic book in his hand, right? This is the comic book, right? It says Final Faction First Impact. It says number 1, February 22nd. So this is what stood out to me, the 222. February is the second month. So 2222, 4 twos, right? This is the origin of the story. Now, mind you, on the front, you have robotic dogs, you have super soldiers, you have like an alien right here, and then you have the world down here. So the first page gave me the vibe of this world card, right? He's like he done grabbed the serpent and got control of the serpent, right? But reptilians have like serpent DNA. And that's kind of like how they look, right? So I'm finna start the story. It says in the year 2050, we in the year 2022. So that's less than 30 years from now. So we have a guy, we have a asteroid coming to the Earth, right? It goes back to, it look just like this except at night. So we have an asteroid coming to the Earth, right? They this is the guy who's right here. They zoomed in um on his nameplate because it says steadfast, right? So steadfast means resolutely or dutifully firm and unwavering. So it's like I'm standing firm on what I motherfucking said. And then John in Latin means Yahweh is gracious, right? Okay. So stand firm on your beliefs if you believe in God, no matter what the fuck coming, right? So he like hungry churro. He talking to the dog. The asteroid come, the moon glowing. It looks like a full moon eclipse, right? So then boom, and everything is like an explosion. While he just barbecue. Why is he barbecuing at night? But we're gonna continue because I ain't gonna give him too much, right? So then it says on the other side of the world in the mountains of East Asia, she's meditating. Now, I was just talking earlier today. My last live video was talking about intuition, listening to your mind, all that. So she's meditating. They still meditate in East Asia. We supposed to be doing the same goddamn thing. So then she's like, something is coming. She's listening to her intuition, right? Something is coming. But the sun is behind her. So you got the sun card right here. That's like getting insight, right? Then right next to that picture, she grabbing her swords off the wall, right? Two of swords. Okay, so two of swords is an indication that you are facing a challenging decision but unclear about which option to take, right? So she like something is coming, so she grabbed her swords based off her intuition, and then it goes on to the next scene. Air base on the African plains. Let's go, Squadron 1, you're with me. So the sun card represents the universe coming together and agreeing with your path and aiding forward movement into something greater. The Two of Swords. Okay, I just read the Two of Swords. So air base on the African plains, which is what he's talking about. I looked that up. It's a real place called Camp Lemonnier. It's a United States Naval Expeditionary Base, the only permanent U.S. military base in Africa. So I said, this shit getting kind of deep, just a little piece. All right, so they taking off into the goddamn sunset. So he said, defensive protocol, patrol the planes and report back anomalies, right? So he like, report back what the fuck you see. Okay, so anomalies is a person or thing that is abnormal or does not fit in. Then you have the moon right here. It's like it's a secret fucking door that they showing us, right? And it says, midst the debris of the moon, a dark secret is lurking, a hibernating alien mothership, home of the Karn, right? Let me just show y'all that real quick. Okay, so the thumbnail that I put was Men in Black because Men in Black showed us, even though it was a comedy, it was showing us that there's a secret base. It was showing us that there's a secret base that is on the moon, right? And this is showing us that it's a secret base on the moon. Now, mind you, they say Neil Armstrong made it to the moon and walked on the moon and all that, but that's what we were told. So let's just go with the theory if he did walk on the moon. Once you make it there, when you put a secret base up there, because who gonna go behind you and say, hey, y'all putting a secret base on the moon, y'all know y'all ain't supposed to do that. Once everybody on earth know that y'all putting something up here, y'all gonna be in trouble. You got all these little scientific programs where they trying to, see if it's life on another planet and see if they could start life on a new planet and all that. Then they just released today in social media that they have the first the first the world's first flying car today. Or they told us about it today. They could have been talking about the shit. And then this is a draconian, right? Which look like the same thing right here. Wait a minute. This dude right here. So he said, inside the mothership's hive, Diabol awakens. Okay, so a Diabol is Spanish for devil. All right. And when they said the alien mothership home of the Karn, Karn is Arabic for betrayal or deceiver. So Men in Black already told us that the moon is a secret base for the aliens. That's where they was going to, you know, capture all these aliens who was doing stuff that they ain't had no business doing. So Men in Black, in my mind, is our government. Because once Neil Armstrong go on the moon, they create a base up there. Okay, who else is the Men in Black? Who else wears suits? Okay, so then it goes on to say brutes and drones still sleeping for now. Right? So he like the brutes and the drones are still sleeping for now. Well, a brute is a savagely violent person or animal. A drone is a continuous music note of low pitch. Well, if diabol in Spanish mean devil, devil is the angel of music. So low pitch, low vibration. So a low frequency is difficulty hearing low pitch sounds. Low frequency sounds affect our health and can cause people to easily get possessed. The devil was the angel of music and controls the music industry. All right, so it says Queen Malara, is it time? You may proceed with the first phase, General. Now on this page, there's like this bird-like creature thing, 10:10 on the clock. I went for a walk a couple days ago and I seen this dead crow on the side of the road. Now, a dead crow could be symbolic for dark energy. This looks like dark energy right here. So Malara means god of the planet Venus, represents air. Okay. So then it says, you guys see that strange beam of light? Check it out. Right? So in Fallout, the game, it's a series of post-apocalyptic role-playing video game released in 1997. Fallout takes a place in a post-apocalyptic Southern California, beginning in the year 2161. Um, the protagonist known as the Vault Dweller. Okay. The Vault Dweller is tasked with recovering a water chip in the wasteland to replace the broken one in their underground shelter home, Vault 13. So if you ever played this game before, it's about like the world ending, and it's talking about synths, which are like synthetic people, which are clones. Right, so the water chip is the chip that controls the system. It's a fine example of 21st century electronics, our phones, television, right? So it's a large circuit board with embedded vacuum tubes that regulates the filtration systems inside the water purifier and monitors the output for signs of contamination. Circuit board, but circuit board is the same thing as the motherboard, right? So a beam in Latin means ship or mothership. Okay, so back to the story. So now that the mothership has made it to Earth, it's beaming light on it, right? So it says, you guys see that strange beam of light? Checking it out. So he called his dog named Churro, wait, and then the dog runs over to the beam of light. So in the beam of light, he like synthoid, a synthetic being created by the Karn. The Karn is the devil. Synthetic being is a clone. Now it tells us in the music industry they use these music artists. They promote cloning. Scientists have been cloning animals. Scientists was cloning rodents. Once they clone rodents and then clone animals, you already know humans are next. They already talking about population control. They're already putting all these robots in place to take over human jobs. I mean, 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's all I'm saying. So then he was like, "What are you?" Right? Then the machine talked back to him, and then he's like, "Feeble weapon." Okay, so feeble. A, a feeble is lacking physical strength, right? So the machine grab him up, fight him, do all this, pow, 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 bing, pow, right? You know how comic books do. Slung him into the car, and he like, so that's how they look at us, like worthless humans type shit. So then they're like, more synthezoids, more crawlers, right? Hold on. Okay, so the dog go check up on him, but it's like these are like the same damn things on the Ninja Turtles, what they be fighting. And then it says, reckon they're searching, but for what? I'm not gonna sit here doing nothing while they treat Earth like it belongs to them. So the aliens that made it here, they reckon shop. They're looking for valuable resources, right? So it says these humans are a problem that must be handled. This is the demon-like monster that woke up from the moon, telling his people like, okay, we need to goddamn do something about these humans because they in our way. So then it says around the world, Cairn crawlers and synthoids clash with Earth's bravest. Here she go fighting again. They go back to the Two of Swords. So her name is Shift. Shift means to move. Then they call this other female name Amari. Amari means strength. Okay. Then you got old boy with the big fire. His name is Scope, which means to investigate. So then they call his name Ruck, and all of their names are put in these little blocks so that you could see like they're here for a reason. So Ruck means tightly packed crowd of people. Now it says, "Hey ET, phone home and tell your mommy ship to pick you up. Get it, mommy ship, mother ship." So then it got Riptide at the top, and it says strong current caused by tidal flow. Okay, and then steel, which is the element. So, okay, it's a bunch of fighting and all this going on now, right? So now we on to the next page. So it says later in the U.S. military hospital and laboratory facility, how you feeling, Sarge? Shift. How'd you find me here? What's going on? So she said, after the academy, I went back to East Asia to continue my training. That's not all I learned. The monks at the local temple taught me to open my mind to another level, a kind of pre-vision. When you meditate, you get visions, right? So he was like, and you saw these things, right? So then it's a picture of her right here with the sun behind her. And here go the sun card with a female on it. So then it says they go from planet to planet, right? So this is the moon card. They go from planet to planet. Okay. Then it says drain the natural resources with their harvesters. But when they reached Earth's orbit, something went wrong. A massive solar storm struck the mothership, and the Karn hive remained in hibernation. A rocky. So, okay. So now we have down here the sun and the moon. The sun and the moon. A rocky shell of dust accumulated around the mothership's hull, creating what we know as our moon. So they basically telling us in this comic book, the moon is a mothership. And what we see, the crust and all that we see, the surface of the moon is a cover up. So it says the only hope is for Earth to form an international faction as a final line of defense against the alien threat. And that's why the military brass are standing outside my door. She said they want you to recruit a team of special operatives. And he said, okay, are you in? She said, as long as Jack can join. He was like, Scope, I know he's your brother, but I remember training that arrogant hotshot, always looking down his rifle scope, bragging how he's got the best aim. So then it says true, but he's the greatest marksman I know. So he belongs on the team Sarge. So they got their files, right? So even though these are military men, somebody done walked off with one of the files, right? Okay. The scan didn't detect the critical element, but there's plentiful resources on this planet to replenish us. Prepare the harvesters and awaken the hive. We awake now. You know what that means. Time to splat. Dr. Taylor, I heard you're the one to thank for my new arm. Made of the toughest metal on earth. Now, mind you, I just got through talking about the scientists with creating these clones and shit. So they done made a super soldier now. It's movies about super soldier, goddamn Captain America. And then she's like made of the toughest metal on earth. That goes to back to Black Panther. The toughest metal on earth is vibranium. And then they're like, whoa, you must be Sergeant Steadfast. That arm is so cool. You know, I got injured too. Creepy crawlies knocked me down, so mom designed me this awesome hover chair. By the way, I'm Boyd. He's like, great to meet you, boy. I gotta agree. Your mom's inventions are out of this world. Just wait and see what else I've been working on. So they said Dr. Cassandra Taylor's lab activate the ACRM. Mind you, Tesla, they just showed the world about the robot that they just made, and the robot dog that they goddamn created. And that's what's on the front of this damn, they showing us in our face. Okay, so they like, affirmative, doctor. The computer's voice, is that you? Well, I programmed the artificial intelligent operating system with my voice, but it's not me, just my echo. Now, how about a demonstration of my newest tech, the augmented combat rescue mech robot? And then they like, can it just dance? Echo. Bring in our mystery guest. They're invading the lab. Don't worry, we captured a synthoid. It's now under our control. I reverse engineered its alien technology to complete my ACRM remote control robots. Remote control robots. How'd you like the moves? So they got the robot dancing and doing all that bullshit to kind of throw you off, but really it's a hidden agenda. They're making a military of control robots. Got any more tricks up your sleeve? I might have something else, and it'll fit him perfectly. So now they talking about the dog, right? And then here they go, putting him in the dog machine. K9 mech suit even has a secret weapon, Sonic Boom Bart. Sonic Boom Bart made me think of, with a mermaid, the sirens, their voices are so powerful, it'll like, put you on the mind control and it'll hurt your ears and all that. They talking about a Sonic Boom Bart. Okay, the new Final Faction HQ. The Titan is coming with the recruited specialists. Now, y'all know who the Titans are. If you don't know, look it up. Aboard the Titan gunship. What's his deal? Don't know. Can't get a read on him. Okay. What's his deal? Don't know. Can't get a read on him. So she can't read this person's mind. His head is covered in a still like machine. Y'all remember back on ET when the little boy had he took the aluminum foil and wrapped it around his head so his mind couldn't be read. This answers the question: how many soldiers does it take to stop an alien attack? Just one with a sneeze. Get it? What, you've never seen War of the Worlds? Yeah, I'm a real crack shot, kind of a big deal. You guys may have heard of me. Only thing I hear is the sound of my heavy weapons taking down dozens of alien invaders. Dozens? I got you beat, bro. That's nothing compared to my tally, right? They eating cookies and shit while they talking about this. So she says, listen up. You're probably wondering why you're all here. This is the final faction, and you've been handpicked for Alpha Team 1. All that I care about is smashing the car. Do we get to do that? And he's like, yeah, we get to do that. Alert, the next wave of Karn have arrived, this time with an army of brutes and drones. It's go time. So now they all suiting up, right? Y'all, this is so weird. Death Valley. Look, they must be the humans. Soon they be splattered humans. All right. So this is the scene where they like everybody like beat that ass now. Type shit, right? So then it says blast these Karn troopers back to the galaxy far, far away. Targets locked. This is for my squad. And batter up slug. So they tearing ass up. Right? So then it says, Um, oh, so you guys want to dance? I'll show you my best moves. So here go the dog. Look at the dog barking and the echo. That's what a siren do. Screaming to where it like bust your damn eardrums. They think they fucking slick. So long story short, they defeat the aliens, right? And then on the back, look at this shit. What I the last live video I was just talking about. Can y'all see that? You see this? It says, unlock your inner guru, be at one with the universe, and tap into your mental powers. Move objects with your mind, read people's thoughts, and see the future. Anything is possible when you open your third eye and unleash your inner guru. Unlock your inner guru. You won't believe your eye. 13 secrets inside. Look at this shit. Look at this. And then, oh, the last thing I want to talk about. This is the comic book I just read. The last thing I want to talk about is in Men in Black. Y'all know how they got the little flash thing to erase your memory when you come in contact with an alien. Okay, y'all remember back in the day on TV before flat screens came out on the box TV, you know how you was playing with your toys and cooking or doing like your parents was cooking or doing laundry, doing whatever, right? And so you whatever you was watching, the show will be playing, right? And then all of a sudden you'll hear that beep sound, and then this shit popped up. Yeah, I remember that, right? It says, and now back to your regular scheduled programming. When the screen had all the little color spectrums on it, it and you notice they don't do that no more. Cause it was what that is. What the That's weird. Did y'all see that in my phone? Look at this. So they had the little thing that come on. What now? Mind you, whatever TV show you was watching, I don't care if it was your favorite motherfucking show. You'll look at that screen, and then you'll stop what you was doing and you will stare at the screen. Then it says now back to your regular scheduled program, and then you come back into your senses, and then you be like, damn, what I was just doing? What show was I just watching? And then when the show popped back on, you forget all about what the fuck just happened. They was programming your motherfucking brain, all the shit that happened before a certain time period, before electronics really started getting popular. All that shit that happened in the past, they was erasing your memory and your thoughts of what the fuck was really going on. And then what they do is they make money off of it and put it in TV shows because it's programming you. Y'all ain't ready for that though. It's programming you to get, they're reprogramming your brain when you watch TV. That's why it says back to your regular scheduled programming. Programming now. Come on now. That's the mission for today. Y'all pay attention to what the fuck going on around you is the moral story.